It's news time. Information is power. The current, the news headline. No basis to beg Buhari to release Igbo, says Afenifere. The pan-Yoruba socio-political organization known as Afenifere has said it has no basis to appeal to the regime of President Muhammadu Buhari to release Yoruba Nation agitator and activist Sunday Adeyemo, also known as Sunday Igbo. It, however, called on the federal government to obey the order of the Oyo State High Court sitting in Ibadan, which awarded 20 billion naira against the Department of State Services for damaging Igbo's house during a midnight raid on July 4, 2021. It stated this while reacting to the recent visit by some Igbo leaders to the president at the State House to request the release of the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. The Igbo leaders, under the aegis of highly respected Igbo greats, had appealed to President Muhammadu Buhari to ensure Kanu's release. Therefore, the Afenifere group said that they have no reason to beg the president to release Igbo because the agitator did not commit any offense whatsoever. We do not have to beg the president to release Sunday Igbo. Sunday Igbo did not commit any offense whatsoever, and that is our position. Those who went to invade his house were terrorists in Nigerian security uniform, and they have no right whatsoever that has been tested in the court of competent jurisdiction. Igbo has been absolved and government was visited with 20 billion worth of charges. The General Secretary of the group, Shola Ibiseni, said that the Yoruba people have no reason to beg the federal government because in spite of the impunity of the Buhari government, we insist that Nigeria shall not be governed except by the rule of law. The Oyo State capital was invaded by DSS officials on Thursday, July 4, 2021, where it was reported that 2 people lost their lives during the attack while some of his aides were arrested. Igbo, who was arrested on his way to Germany in Cotonou, later sued the DSS over the invasion of his house. The DSS, in its recent claim, said that it will soon extradite Igbo. The secret police on Tuesday added that the process of extraditing the Yoruba Nation agitator back to Nigeria was quite ongoing. But the Ilana Omo-Oduah, in its reaction, maintained that the DSS claims was an attempt to evade the costs awarded against the DSS by the courts for unlawful invasion of Igbo's residents. Spokesman for Ilana Omo-Oduah, Maxwell Adeleye, who addressed journalists on Wednesday in Ibadan, explained that the Nigerian government had not filed any extradition charge against Igbo. Adeleye, who spoke during the inauguration of Ilana Omo-Oduah Worldwide Elders Advisory Council, added that the federal government was plotting to evade damages and costs awarded against it by the courts of law. He said they do not want to pay the fine, and that is why they wanted to quash the judgment. Also, the appeal for stay of execution that was filed by DSS has not been granted by the court. The leader of the group, Professor Banji Akintoye, noted that the advisory council became important to liaise with traditional rulers and other stakeholders in order to achieve the self-determination struggle. We are ready to fight for the self-determination of Yoruba Nation until we succeed. There are some things the elders can do that the youth cannot do. Of course, the youth are also key towards the realization of Yoruba Nation through protest rallies, social media, and other, but they also need the elders to champion this cause, he said. And all this is geared towards the release of Sunday Adeyemo Igbo, whom the federal government of Nigeria had actually influenced the Benin Republic to arrest, for agitating for a breakaway from the country Nigeria to have a Yoruba Nation of their own. The Nigerian government also alleged that Nnamdi Kanu took advantage of the October 2020 NSAS protest to incite people to cause violence in the country. And Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB members and NSAS protesters allegedly attacked and killed many security agents, 175 security personnel, and IPOB ESN, saying that the IPOB ESN actually killed 175 security personnel, comprising of 128 policemen, 37 military personnel, and 10 other security operatives, are saying that they actually caused the destruction of the palace of Oba of Lagos, also the home of Governor Hope Uzodinma, burning of 150 buses at the Lagos bus terminal, alleged killing of prominent Nigerians, including killings of traditional leaders, and many likes offenses like that were said by the Attorney General of the Federation that Nnamdi Kanu caused, and also that Sunday Igboho himself has link to all these happenings. And these the lawyers of Nnamdi Kanu and also of Sunday Igboho had actually said Aliyu, that is Aliyu, then that of Sunday Igboho, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, they have both said, quite synonymously that all these are tactics from the federal government of Nigeria to further nail their clients, and therefore the Ohanize Ndigbo and also some traditional rulers, just like the Oni of Ife, has advised that the federal government would only be causing more chaos and more problems for the Nigerian, for Nigeria, until they come to a rational conclusion of a common dialogue. That is, there has to be dialogue to ensure that there is peace in the country. That through dialogue, that is the only way that peace can be restored to the regions of which these agitators have come from. That there is need for the federal government to have a roundtable discussion with these secessionist agitators and see ways of which they can bring about solution to the crisis going in the country. Hence, there will be no need again for the 1 month sit-at-home threat by IPOB. Alaigbo Development Foundation, ADF spokesman Abia Onyeke said the self-determination struggle of the Igbo nation was the most progressive step in overcoming the present crisis, which has bedevilled the chaotic Nigerian Federation and suppression of the legitimate right of Ndigbo as a major ethnic nationality in Nigeria. On its part, IPOB had saluted the roles played by some persons and groups, culminating in the appearance of its leader, Nnamdi Kanu, on Thursday. The group hinted that it would not go into any form of negotiation without the unconditional release of its leader and a date fixed for Biafra referendum. IPOB's Media and Publicity Secretary, Ima Powerful, said those who play roles in producing Kanu in court had done Nigeria and DSS some great service, noting that they listened to wise counsel. And this was the news, of the IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra, yet again, where the Southeast governors had actually, were actually appraised for their fresh moves to ensure that Nnamdi Kanu is released from the detention of the DSS, who has actually kept him in their facility for quite a while now, where Justice Binta Nyako, who is the judge, had yet again adjourned the case to November 10th, 2021. The IPOB leader, which we know is facing trial for treasonable and seditious charges, was brought from Kenya down to Nigeria, and therefore it was gathered that several Igbo leaders had continued to push for a political solution to the issue so that it will not cause uprising chaos in the southeast region, especially Nigeria as a whole. Thanks for listening.